guys, for my classic pattern knife, I've chosen the Opinel number 7. It's old school, 1890s design. It's got a carbon blade. It floats.
It floats.
It does float.
So if you dropped it in the river, it's just going to float next to you.
Well, it's going to float down the river. I can't guarantee the next part, but
you can't control the current. So.
That's right. But it does have this wood handle, and the nice thing about that too is you can customize it. You can sand on it, you can file it, and a lot of people make their Opinels their own.
I had no idea it floated. That's really cool.
What type of wood do they use for that?
Listen, Sean, you're asking the advanced questions. It's wood, okay? I'm not a forestry expert. I'm a knife expert, all right?
Floatable.
It is the floatable kind. Anyways, another good point about this too that Andy never knew because he's basic with knives is you can actually turn this collar and you can lock it open.
I literally had no idea. I've held an Opinel for like years and never knew that you could turn that collar and lock it.
And that's very cool. And the best part about it, all in all, guys, it's only $14.
That's
like $14 for all that.
For that.
If it was good enough for Pablo Picasso, it's good enough for me.
Where's it made?
It's made in Savoy, France.
Savoy, France.
France.
You brought the French knife in.
Tell you what, and it's a knife pattern that started apparently back in like the 1600s.
Wow.
I got to looking at it yesterday after we talked. I completely dig that.
So for the age part of this challenge, I win it, hands down.
And potentially the price too. Maybe.
Cool.
I love it.
So what I've got here is the case chrome vanadium steel brown jig to bone peanut. The reason this is my favorite is for just a nice everyday carry. You could use it as a church knife. You can use it when you're out and about. It looks sharp, but it's the right size. I mean, it's got a blade. You can use it to cut, for everyday tasks, small stuff, but it's not uncomfortable in your pocket.
Nice. That's right. That peanut style is just the right size.
Yep.
You said peanut, right?
Yeah, peanut.
How many blades does a peanut have, Logan?
2.
Yes. Logan and I had this discussion last week. That's my other favorite pattern.
I'm trying very carefully to keep this in the camera and not cut myself.
Nice.
Which is good.
And you can hold it up close to show those blades. Just tilt it back towards the light so they can gleam off.
Those look like they're freshly polished.
I tell you, it's a case knife.
Yes, Logan, I did
Except for
polish
that
the
little
blade.
hair that's right there.
Yeah, well.
It's a case knife. It's a traditional bone handle. And that's perfect.
How much is that? Like $300?
$8,000.
$8,000.
No, I'll be honest, I tried to wing it. The price is actually like right over there. It's one over.
This thing?
Yeah.
$43.99.
Yeah, not bad for a case.
No,
Yeah, chestnut jig bone handles.
Yep. And this, because the steel is chrome vanadium, is it vanadium?
Vanadium.
Vanadium, okay. It's actually easier to sharpen than their true sharp.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know it's not actually a carbon steel. It's actually an alloyed steel.
Nice.
So it's like carbon, but it's
Check out the brass on the inside.
Yep.
That's pretty.
Nice.
But it's like carbon, but it holds an edge a little bit.
Nice.
Yep.
It's one of my favorite patterns too.
Gorgeous. And listen to that walk and talk.
So my pick for traditional knife pattern is a little bit biased. This is a pattern that I designed for Rough Rider.
Ooh, no.
Yes. I actually designed this called a bow trapper. It is 4.125 inches long, just like a standard trapper, except it has this nice bow that runs across the whole bottom. And what that ends up doing is letting you have thicker, bigger blades on the inside of a regular trapper. So you can see here is the bow trapper. And
It's a substantial knife.
Yes, and here's a standard trapper, and you can see the difference there.
That's just fantastic.
So you can see just the full width of this is much different. This one in particular has black G10, smooth G10 handles. It's got that Rough Rider square. I don't know where that. Here, come here. Oh, there it is. It's got the Rough Rider shield in it, and Rough Rider is making some really nice knives these days. Look at the craftsmanship down the back of that.
The ringed and pinched bolsters?
Yeah, you got the whole thing
Nice
here.
touches.
I tell you, for the price, you can't beat a Rough Rider knife.
Yeah, that thing's $14.99. We've had it on flash sale this week for $8.99.
$8.99.
Yeah, and it probably won't-
red spacers, Andy?
It is red spacers.
Nice.
I'm glad you're not colorblind.
It is
you
red
don't, you just
spacers.
don't see that on
Right.
a $14.99.
Yeah.
Right, and if you look really, really close, you can see right in there.
Hey Logan,
Some-
I'm just
some
glad they decided
red
to call
spacers.
it the bow trapper and not the eggplant trapper like you suggested.
So here's the thing. Most people do mistake this for a saddle horn. A saddle horn actually has a straight piece that goes all the way across. It's very similar, but this is a full bow within the trapper, and I know that Rough Rider's going to be putting this out in a classic carbon yellow handle version. So that's going to be
I know what I'll be buying as soon as that comes out.
Yeah,
Yep.
so that should come
great.
out soon as well.
Hey Andy, have they ever thought about doing a tiny or a miniature version of that?
We have not done that yet. We have not done that at all. It'd be pretty cool to do a miniature version of that, and then you could put it in your pocket with your
Yeah.
peanut.
Yeah.
And
That's
yes,
awesome.
Hey, I like my small knives.
I said peanut.
Yeah.
Salagen Steel from Hen and Rooster. That is what I picked for my favorite. This is the little cutting horse.
Really big.
As
It's-
opposed to the big cutting horse.
Well, the big cutting horse is bigger. This is a Hen and Rooster. It's got a stag handle. I have been drooling over this knife since the first time I worked at the Knife Works back in '99. I think it's beautiful. I'm not a big blade edge guy, but this does have little cutting horse and Hen and Rooster on the large clip and the spay blade. In case you've got to neuter an animal, it does have a spay blade. But I love this. It's got a nice curve to the handle. Beautiful stag on this one.
a sow belly, right?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
It's a sow belly. They tend to call this. It is a sow belly, but they have their cutting horse series that they get a little bit of a different name to. But I like the look of it. It's very traditional. I usually like a yellow handle, but I tell you what, for this, for me, you can't beat it.
What's the cost on that?
$79.99.
So does that come in at the most expensive for the?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
But it's just a good looking knife.
Yeah, what I really like about it is that they went with the full, thick stag handles instead of the
And yeah, they're not cut down.
Sean does love the full thickness.
Yeah,
You can see really
the
good here
problem
what he's
with
talking
stag
about.
handles on a lot of different knife vendors is to cut costs. They go with the real.
They shave them
thin.
down.
So they use high quality stag, but
Yeah.
it's really, really thin, high quality
Well,
stag.
most knife vendors would get 2 stag handles out of this thing, whereas they're getting one. It's just a good looking
And
fun
it looks
knife.
right.
Yeah, it does. For a traditional
It's
pocket
one of
knife.
the few knives that I actually like the frosted edge on.
Exactly, and you've of course got the Hen and Rooster shield and on the tang stamp as well.
Nice.
But that was my pick for traditional.
But it's still less curvy than the bow trapper.
That is true.
It is,
Did
and I
he
almost cut
just
myself
cut it?
again.
Yeah, he almost.
That would be
just cut himself.
amazing. Our picks for classic traditional pocket.
It's three guys talk knives.
Why did the photo shoot go badly? Because Andy flashed too early.
Wow. Just whip it out and throw it on the table.
These are our picks for traditional pocket knives.
Now we're going to pick something from Rough Rider.
Hey, is
Just
that,
see the level of spit that come out of my mouth for that.
is that wood hard? Is it hard wood?
You think I'm not going to use that dialogue, but I am.